Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of TurboGFX Jesse, where we talk about everything gaming. Superman is one of the most polarizing superheroes. He is supposed to be the best of us. So maybe that's why it's been so hard for them to make a good video game from the Superman character. As long as there have been developers trying to make a great Superman game. There have been Superman games on the Atari, to the NES, to the Genesis, even N64. Ugh, that one was a stinker. But let's be real, most of these Superman games have been pretty subpar. Maybe average at best, but pretty subpar. There hasn't been a Superman game since 2006. That's a whole decade with any mention of Superman in a game, besides for a fighter once in a while. About 2 to 3 years ago, there started to be some leaks and whispers of Rocksteady creating a new Superman game. You know, Rocksteady's the developer that created the Arkham games that people have loved and are very critically acclaimed. In this video, I'm going to break down all the rumors of that Superman game and kind of see how they stack up to our expectations. I'll also kind of talk about what we want and kind of figure out if what they're doing is on pace with what we're looking for. If you're new to the channel, welcome. You know, I talk about everything gaming, mostly rumors, theories, top 5 lists, a few interviews. So if you're interested in seeing more of my videos, hit that subscribe button, give me a like, just so you can see the rest of my videos and you don't miss any. Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. It's a brand new video from TurboGFX Jesse. Here we go. All of these rumors for this new Superman game originated from 4chan, so I'd definitely take everything with a small grain of salt. The rumors indicate that this game is supposed to be unveiled by Rocksteady prior to this year's E3. Since E3 is June 12th to the 14th, 2018, that means we could be seeing a short trailer for this game sometimes in the next few weeks. On to the rumors. The first rumor is this game is being developed and made by Rocksteady. They're the developers that created the amazing Batman Arkham series. These games are not only loved by the fans, but also critically acclaimed. They reinvented the superhero genre in video games forever, and I'm so happy about that. They've influenced games like the new Spider-Man game coming out later this year, and apparently this game as well. The new Superman game is being developed on the Unreal Engine 4. That means you can enhance this game for PlayStation 4 Pro, for Xbox One X, and then maybe even bring it down a little bit so it could go onto the Nintendo Switch. This game is supposed to have a huge open world metropolis, 3 times the size of the Arkham Knight games, and those games were huge. There's supposed to be tons more buildings, tons more landmarks, more everything. I believe this open world needs to be so much bigger than the Arkham games because Superman can fly, and he could fly at the speed of a moving bullet. So if it's big enough, he could just go into the air and zip to the next area. Instead of fast travel points, you could just fly there in a few seconds. Apparently, you cannot play as Clark Kent in this game, which I personally think is a shame. I think being Clark Kent for a little bit could really switch up the gameplay and make you appreciate when you are Superman and you have all those powers. If you were Clark Kent, maybe you could do simple puzzles, or maybe an idea of a mission is you went out to dinner as Clark Kent with Lois Lane, but then you see something on the TV and there's an emergency. So you have to excuse yourself from the table, go to the bathroom, switch into your Superman costume, go fly out, fight the villain, take care of the emergency, and get back to Lois Lane before she even realized you were gone. Just something like that, switching up the mechanics a little bit, could really add a lot of variety to the game. So it's kind of a shame that Clark Kent won't be in this game. The main villain is supposed to be Brainiac, who I personally think is a great choice. He is just as powerful as Superman and can have a variety of attacks and transformations. I do think it would be a great idea to bring a lot of other villains from Superman's lore into the game. Guys like Lex Luthor, Bizarro Superman, or maybe even Darkseid. How about this? How about if Batman was in the game and you have to fight him for a little while before becoming friends and taking on a common enemy? There are supposed to be parts in the game where Superman does lose his powers, so I'd have to assume that kryptonite is the reason for that. A bad guy could shoot you with a kryptonite bullet and you lose your powers. You have to kind of figure out the game without full strength. That could really switch up the variety and really change the gameplay a lot. So I think it would be a good idea. You don't want to be overpowered the whole time and then you just ripping through bad guys. So maybe early in the game you could rip through the same bad guy, and then later, since you lost your powers, you have to figure out a different way to beat him. Going back to the open world, apparently this game is going to have semi-destructible environments. You could smash through buildings. How about this? You're fighting a bad guy and you're smashing through a bridge or taking down a building, just like some of these movies. You can't talk an action game without bringing up the combat system. Apparently this game is going to really incorporate flying when you're fighting bad guys. You're going to be able to punch a bad guy, fly quickly to him, and then punch him again. The Batman Arkham games had a very sophisticated combat system, and I think it's very important that they take what they learned from that combat system and add to it, and really just advance it and bring it up to the next level. We've kind of seen this from the new Spider-Man game, where the combat system seems similar, but he's incorporating a lot of webs and stuff like that. So I think in this game, if they incorporate his flying, I think that could add enough to really spice it up enough so it feels like an original combat system. One juicy rumor is that this game is going to take place in the Arkham universe. That means not only can Batman be in this game, but a lot of the things that happen in those games could be referenced in this game. I think it would be awesome if you're flying around, and maybe in the far distance you see Gotham City. So if some of the bad guys from the Arkham games actually show up in this game and reference past Arkham games, I just think that would be a great Easter egg for the fans. And when it comes to Easter eggs, there's supposed to be tons of Superman lore in this game. Everything from very small things that only the die-hard fans would know about to very obvious things that anybody that knows anything about Superman would know about. This could be a huge reward for the die-hard fans. Maybe they could find something very small that only a handful of fans would recognize, but that could really be a rewarding part of the game that makes you want to keep going and find as many of these things as you can. Batman, Spider-Man, and even the Green Lantern have gotten games recently. So it's a damn shame it's taken this long for someone to take the IP of Superman and turn it into a great game. I'm really hoping they do a good job with this game and there are people that really care about Superman developing it. All I ask is please don't have any rings in this game. No more flying through rings. Please, flying through rings. Bad idea. But what do you guys think? What do you guys want to see in this new Superman game? Did I miss anything, or do you see a rumor that you kind of wanted me to talk more about? Feel free to hit me up in the comments section and we can start a conversation about it. If this is the first time on the channel, thanks for watching my video. Please hit that subscribe button and tell as many of your friends as you would like. Hit that like button too if you thought I did a good job. As always, it's been a pleasure making this video for you guys, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. TurboGFX, out.